Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. As we have been discussing, there are three components in our experience. One component is the world that we experienced. The second component is the one who is experiencing, subject. And the third component is the instrument through which experiences are gathered by interacting with the world. Three components. Now, we have a lot of desires subjectively, but we do not have that much power, ability to fulfill all our desires. Then what is to be done? So, these three components are called as Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik and Adhyatmik. Adi Bhautik is the world, Adi Daivik is the self, Adi Adhyatmik is the self, Adi Daivik is the instrument through which things can be acquired, enjoyed. Now, this Adi Daivik Upasana, Adi Bhautik Dharma and Adhyatmik Sadhana, these are the three things. When we are in the objective world, we have to follow the rules of Dharma. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. We have to follow the Dharma, Papa, Punya, sin, merit, hell, heaven, everything is true. Then love all, serve all, don't hurt others. If somebody gives you on your left cheek, show him the right one. In South Africa, one person asked me this question. Where Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train, there he asked me this question. He said, do you know Mahatma Gandhi was thrown out of the train in this Mary Pittsburgh? I said, yes, I know, it's written there. I want to ask you a question about Mahatma Gandhi. I said, ask. Mahatma Gandhi said, when somebody gives you one on your, one cheek, show him the other. What does it mean? I said, depends what you understand. Because what is said is different. What you understand is different, isn't it? I said, what you have understood? He said, Mahatma Gandhi said, if somebody gives on left cheek, show him the right one. I said, yes, you have said right. But right one means not yours, somebody else's. So our understanding is important than what is told. See? So the Adi Daivik is Upasana, and in this Upasana what we do, we invoke the energy, the potentiality, the power of the God. Now after this power is invoked, now the option is given to us. Whether we use this invoked potentiality or the power for Adi Bhautik, for the worldly things, or for the Adhyatmik, for the subjective evolution. See? If you see the life of Ravana, he was a Brahmin, he was very well read in the Vedas, he has composed many lovely stotras. As regard knowledge is concerned, he was not less. He had invoked all the Adi Daivik Shaktis. Lord Shiva he has propitiated. Now that power that he has gained is for what? He used that power for Adi Bhautik and not Adhyatmik. See friends, therefore we have to first decide. It is good you do Upasana, you chant japa, you do the yagya, you go to temple, you break the coconut, do all that. But the question is, what for you are doing it? Is it for attainment and fulfillment in the worldly desires? Or is it for self-discovery? Self-discovery is equal to having no desire, including desire to know God. No desire. And that can happen only when we have understood the importance of our life. In Aitya Upanishad we have seen God created cow's body, Paramatma created cow's body, gods didn't like it. Then he created horse's body, the various gods, Agni, Indra, Varun, etc., they didn't like it. So, because in the Upanishad, they have to tell in short, only two examples were given. By then, what he meant, he created all kinds of bodies. Plant kingdom, animal kingdom, right from Ebola to Cumbola. He created all kinds of bodies. But these various gods, they were not happy. No, we don't like. And when he created the human form, Sukrutam Vai Batedi, they were very happy. Oh, this is the really good form. So, we all got the human form. Now this human form is for what? Is it for fulfilling our desires in this world? To have more things, to have more comforts, to have more money? See, for what? Or this human life is meant for our spiritual evolution. It is for this purpose, this Vedanta Dindimah we are studying. And in that, as we have seen last few days, the spiritual practice according to Vedanta is not mechanical. It is only correcting our understanding. When our understanding is corrected, everything changes. See? Like a person, he is told by the doctor, Guptaji, if you take more sugar, you will be made into pickle. You are having very high diabetes. So don't eat. Then that Guptaji gives up sugar. But aren't there any medicine that we can take sugar and also the medicine so the sugar effect is negated? See? Then the doctor says, no possibility. You have to stop taking sugar. Once he knows that it is so terrible condition, he will automatically give up. Exactly the same way. In this world, right from childhood, we have been fulfilling our desires one after another. But have we ever paused for a moment and seen that have we really fulfilled desires? No. Have we really discovered fulfillment in our life? No. See, important is fulfillment. We may be doing japa for last 20 years, I am chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Nothing is happening, Swamiji. To whom? To Rama? See? Or to the mala? I have changed 13 malas, All the beads were worn out, constantly Ram, 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 Ram. Not only that, even my finger has become short. It is only a mechanical thing. See, what is important is understanding about ourselves. And therefore, we are told, Satchidananda Rupatvat Brahmaivatmana Samshaya Shruti Pramanusandhanat Iti Vedanta Dindimah. So what Vedanta tells us? Shruti, Prama, Anusandhanat. Three things. We have to take support of three things. One is Shruti, the authority of Upanishad. Okay. Then Yukti, the logic. The logic must fall in line with the Upanishadic authority. Shruti, Yukti. And third is Anubhuti. So, we start our analysis of our experiences. First experience. Right from childhood, what we have done, we have failed to fulfill our desires. Okay, what you are doing now, still trying to fulfill the desire. Why don't you learn from that? That desires cannot be fulfilled. Then what are we seeking? We are seeking fulfillment in life. See, there was one great Mahatma on the Ganges bank, comfortably lying down. This comes in Bhagavad Mahapuran. And Yadu, the king, he just happened to go and he saw this Mahatma was very comfortably lying down, like our Swami is lying down comfortably. Relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. He was lying down. Ananta Shayanam posture. So this king went. He said, Sir, who are you? What a great experience I have in your presence. I am surprised. You have no wife, no children, no kingdom, no army, no property, no nothing. And yet you are so happy. What is the secret? He said, secret is, therefore I am happy. But our understanding is, if we gather the garbage around, then we will be happy. See, friends. Then the next question, where from you learn it? See, this principle I am emphasizing again and again. Guru cannot teach you. You have to learn. See, friends, in the relationship of Guru and Shishya, the teacher and the student, the responsibility is that of the student, not that of the Guru. See, friends. Otherwise, we stand as a challenge before the Guru. Try on me. So many have failed. No, friends, we have to change. See? And then Dattatreya Bhagavan tells, I have learnt it. See, he didn't say, Guru taught me. He says, I learnt it from my gurus, plural. How many? 24. And then he tells how he learned what he learned. So what is the Vedantic sadhana? Learn from every experience of your life. And when you sit for meditation, if your mind is disturbed, again and again same thing is happening, stop that and find out. Rather than complaining. Normally we complain. See? Complaining is not spiritual practice. Inquire. Whenever I sit for meditation, I get disturbed. Then question is, who gets disturbed? One day, by God's grace, you will come to know, it is the husband gets disturbed, it is the father gets disturbed, it is the mother-in-law gets disturbed, it is the officer gets disturbed. I understood. So, when there is somebody at the root, from that somebody onwards, all the disturbances begin. Once this is understood, then what will be spiritual practice? When you sit, first take a position, being nobody. Not even a meditator. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya. Don't do meditation. Take this position, sit down, okay. Now, first principle, I am nobody. Things start happening thereafter. But we say, I am a meditator, I have to do meditation. First of all, what did they told me? They told me, to whom to ask? There won't be anybody to tell you there. You have to find out yourself. See? Therefore, this process of learning from every experience is the process of invocation of the Adi Daivik Shakti for the Adhyatmic purpose. The whole thing what I told you, Bhagavan Krishna puts in simple words. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. All what we are doing in this world, Whether the worldly duties, taking food, sitting for meditation, going to the temple, ringing the bell, all what we are doing. For what? Atma Shuddha, for the purification of the mind. And what is the impurity of the mind? Impurity of the mind is Ebola. See, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Remove that I. Let the things happen. Then you will not suffer. Suppose sometime it happens. You see, for meditation, the mind is running here and there, and you also start fighting with the mind. Love your mind. Not meditation, never mind. Let us go have a cup of tea. Relax. But we keep on fighting. That is not the way. And in this manner, when Shruti Upanishad tells that you are Paramatma, no more further argument. One great saint in Bombay, his name was Nisargadatta Maharaj. You might have heard his name. Illiterate, uneducated, having a pan bidi tamaku shop, eating every kind of food, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, fish, smoking bidi, pan, everything. Average married person. Only once he went to attend some satsang because of his friend. And in that satsang he heard that you are Brahman, Tattvamasi, you are Sakshat, Paramatma. That was the only satsang he had. Thereafter, he had no opportunity to go to another satsang of that Mahatma. Mahatma left the body. Now, his argument was, what will the Guru Maharaj get by telling me the lies that I am divine? His argument was, I am a shopkeeper. A shopkeeper always tells the lies to get the benefit. Now this Guru Maharaj, what will he get telling lies that I am divine? Therefore, it must be true. It cannot be otherwise. Shruti, this is the meaning of the Shruti Praman. Our scriptures tell, see, Anandadeva khalvimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. We are the product of bliss, not blisters. Shruti. Then yukti, logic, apply the logic. Then you will come to know, whenever instead of being, we become somebody, and from then onwards, all the problems begin. See? Being a man, no problem. Becoming a husband, nothing but problem. See? The same thing we do. We become the doer. And the disease of doership is so strong that we do love. See, they say, one girl and boy came to me and said, Swamiji, please bless us. I said, what wrong you have done? When a boy and a girl comes to a Swami to ask for blessing, there must be something wrong. What wrong you have done? No, Swamiji, we have fallen in love. I said, get up. Where did you get hurt? Whenever love is a verb, you fall. Whenever love is an experience, you rise. Love is not a verb, friends. It is an experience. Therefore, mother has love for the child. Mother does not love the child as a verb. In the same manner, let the things happen. We have to remain in that poise all the time. There is nothing to know, there is nothing to not know. Bhagavan says in Upanishad, Anya devatat viditat atha aviditat adhi. It is other than the known and the unknown. See? And other than known, unknown is only I self. Do you know yourself? No. Do you know yourself? Yes. Both are right and both are wrong. See, friends, Shruti, Yukti and Anubhuti, Anusandhanat. Now you start analyzing your Anubhuti, your experiences. Then we will come to know that all the finite things have come and gone, but we are the same. Like the space. The dark clouds come, rain and go. Space remains untouched. The white clouds come, thunder without rains and go. The space remains the same. The dark nights come, neither rains nor sound. The space remains the same. The space is without any clouds, nirabhra akash. It makes no difference to the space. In the same manner, the chidakash that we are, the clouds raining come and go, the waking experiences have come and gone. The thundering clouds come without raining, the dreams have come and gone. The darkness, the deep sleep comes and goes. Nirabhra akash, meditation, no thoughts. It makes no difference. This undisturbed chidakash is the ultimate truth. Therefore, Satchidananda Rupatvat. So like Paramatma is Satchidananda, we are Satchidananda. Therefore, Brahmaivatmana samshayaha. There is no doubt whatsoever. Therefore, there are two stages we go through. First stage is separate yourself from the body complex and recognize yourself to be the embodied. Then that embodied is the one per head to begin with, yes. So, I live now as the self, the consciousness. Nothing disturbed. But one problem, Swamiji, is that people don't understand that I am the self, You think I always tell bluff, sometimes I tell truth also. This happened in US. One South Indian person, he came for the satsang. And when they go out of India, they become more religious. Here they are liquid spiritualists. When they go there, they become solid spiritualists. And spirituality begins from the dress. So he came for the satsang, lungi and all that, and angavastra and all kinds of marks here and there, dish antenna. After that, when my lecture was over, he said, Swamiji, like you, I am also realized, I am also Brahman, but can you give me some tips how to become popular? I am a not popular Brahman. What should I do? I said, you have to go to YouTube. See, friends, first of all, we discover that I am the self. Then the next step comes. Is this self one per body or the one expressing through every body as the self? Our attention is on the light in the bulb. So we say there are n number of bulbs, so many lights. No, bulbs may be many, the light is one. Bodies may be many, the life is one. That which is expressing as a life in the body, that is the Brahman. And that is our essential nature. See? Therefore here, Satchidananda Rupatvat Brahmaivatma na samshayaha. Don't have any doubt whatsoever about it. Shruti Pramanusandhanat iti Vedanta Dindimah. See, friends, therefore those who are afraid of two things, ability to change oneself and the readiness to change oneself, they are afraid of listening to Vedanta Satsanga. Because we have been holding on to some notions in our life. And when we come to Satsang, all notions are hammered. See? And then one becomes totally nonplussed. Oh God, that means so many years, whatever I was doing was just trying to pour the water on the pot upside down. See? Therefore, न जीव ब्रह्मणोर भेदः सत्ता रूपेण विद्यते सत्ता भेदेन मानं स्यात् इति वेदांत डिंडिमः। न जीव ब्रह्मणोर भेदः स्फूर्ति रूपेण विद्यते स्फूर्ति भेदेन मानं स्यात् इति वेदांत डिंडिमः। न जीव ब्रह्मणोर भेदः प्रिय रूपेण विद्यते प्रिय भेदेन मानं स्यात् इति वेदांत डिंडिमः। Therefore, the Jiva and the Brahman, there is no difference on account of Satchidananda. There is no authority which you can quote. See, it is something like, there is no difference between the man and the husband. Now see, man is, husband is. So there is no difference, Satta Rupena. The man is alive, the husband is also alive. The man is happy, the husband is also happy when she goes away. See? So, Satchidananda Rupena, Jiva and the Brahman cannot be two, they are the one. See friends, this example which I give about the husband and the man, take this example deep in your understanding. As we cannot show the husband as an entity, as an individual. See, like man we can show as an individual. To be a man, you don't have to be a husband. But to be a husband, you have to have a wife and you should be a man. So husband is equal to man plus the limitation of the wife and the frustration because of the limitation. Put together is called as husband. See. So what is husband? Husband is a expression of the unlimited man through the limitations of the wife. And whenever anything is not allowed to express fully, misery happens. The more you contemplate on this, in the same manner, Anantakoti Brahmanda Nayak Paramatma expressing through this body and coming under the influence of the body has been called as Jiva. And the Jiva is a general phenomenon. It is not one per head. See friends, like the light in the bulb is a general phenomena. There is not one light per bulb. Bulbs may be many. Whether it is a 1000 power bulb or a tube light or a bulb in the computer, it's all the same principle. In the same manner, whether it is a life in a wise man or it is a life in a donkey, life is same. Life is not different. This is how the great masters who live and in this experience, for them there is no difference. See? Like the example I told you about Shirdi Sai Baba, when he told his devotee to get food for him, he is hungry, and he gave the food to the dog. So she became angry. You said you are hungry and gave it to the dog. Then he tells, my dear mother, principle of hunger is common. Therefore, Anna Kshetra is what Nageji told me. Here the first rule of Swamiji was, anybody comes, first take food. See friends, this can happen only he who is not living as a pranamaya kosha of himself, but he who has discovered that the principle of life is common. See friends, therefore, there is no difference between the Paramatma and the Jivatma as regards Satchidananda is concerned. Yet there is a difference. First, no difference. The sun in the sky gives light. The reflected sun in the water also gives light. Consciousness is knowledge. Mind, the Jiva, is also knowledge. But the difference is, the sun in the sky is self-effulgent. But the disk in the water depends on the sun, not self-effulgent. In the same manner, consciousness is independent knowledge. It is not knowledge of. Mind is knowledge of. And therefore, in mind there are options. I know, I do not know. But in consciousness, there is no option. Consciousness is not, no option. But mind is not, option is there. Therefore, Jiva Brahmano Bhedaha, when you look at these Jiva and Brahman, they are not different. The only thing is, the Jiva is so much preoccupied with the limitations. Instead of discarding the limitation, he is holding on to this limitation. And therefore, na jiva brahmanor bhedaha priya rupena vidyate priya bhedena manam syat iti Vedanta Dindimah. Therefore, we take the authority of the Upanishad, and it is not possible to accept they are separate. Now further, na jiva brahmanor bhedo namna rupena vidyate namno rupasya mithyatvat iti Vedanta Dindimah. Now be attentive. Jiva brahmano bhedaha. Take another example. Ocean is the Brahman and the wave is the Jiva, for example. Now how they are different? This wave has the name and the form. See? Ocean has no name and form. Therefore they are different. But when we call ocean as ocean and wave as wave, but actually what we are doing? When we jump into the ocean, we are jumping in the water. When we jump into the waves, we are jumping in the water. So, the same water is named by two ways. Sometimes, from the totality point of view, the water is called as the ocean. The same water, with the individuality point of view, is called as the wave. In the same manner, when with upadhi called as jiva, no upadhi Brahman. With upadhi called as jagat, no upadhi Brahman. With upadhi called as Ishvara, no upadhi is Brahman. So one Brahman, one reality, one absolute conscious blissful existence with the conditioning of the name and the form is the world. The same absolute reality with the conditioning of the Panchakoshas is called as the Jiva, and the same reality with the conditioning of the Maya is called as Ishvara. When these conditionings are discarded, what remains is Paramatma Tattvamasi. Iti Vedanta Dindimah. See, friend. So, na jiva brahmanor bheda namna rupena vidyate namno rupasya mithyatvat. So, when we say wave, it is just a sound. Remove the water from the wave, wave cannot exist. Remove the water from the ocean, ocean cannot exist. So, what is this wave and ocean? Only words, without meaning. See. Can we show the husband without a man? He has to be man first. Then the second requirement is the wife. Then he is called as husband. So these three factors together is husband. See, friends, na nama rupe niyate sarvatra vyavicharataha anapa rupa sarvasyat iti Vedanta Dindimah. Nama rupe na niyate. Names and forms are constantly changing. They are many. They keep on changing. But anamarupa sarvasyat, the formless and the soundless is one and infinite. That is Brahman. That is why one of the techniques of meditation in Vijnana Bhairava is this. Make absence as an object of experience, not concentration. Don't concentrate anywhere. Concentration will take you away from yourself. Take any absence. Suppose you are sitting in a dark room. That time you cannot see anything, so much darkness. Then keep your eyes open. So eyes cannot see in the darkness because there is nothing to see, darkness. Therefore, because there is nothing to see, seer is not born. Because nothing to see. But seeing is happening. So eyes are seeing, because there is nothing to see, seer is not born. That seeing without a seer and a seen is Paramatma. Apply the same to the name or the sounds. When you make sound as the object of awareness, there will be many sounds. Ram, 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 so many sounds. But when you make absence of the sound, silence, as the object of awareness, it is one. That which is finite can be repeated. That which is infinite cannot be repeated. Names of the Lord you can repeat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Silence you cannot repeat. Where there is repetition, mind is born. Where there is no repetition, mind disappears. Iti Vedanta Dindimah. See, friends, there is no struggle. It is said, I do not know, I heard. When a tiger tastes the blood of a human being once, thereafter he doesn't like to hunt the cows and the goats. In the same manner, once you taste this, then the worldly things cannot attract you. Iti Vedanta Dindimah. घंटी हो गई. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.